Hey folks, John with Alternate Arms, your friend in less than lethal self-defense. You know what this is, right? Listen, let's just get started. Here we go. Now guys, I want you to know something. My day job has been keeping me running nonstop for the past 3 weeks. In other words, I left Monday morning at 2 a.m., flew all the way out to California, and I've been working in California. I just landed in Dallas less than an hour ago, and I ran straight to the studio to shoot this video for you guys. That is how dedicated I am. But I got to tell you, I still have a few more weeks of this. Next week on Monday, I fly back out to California and even up to Colorado for a couple of days, and then I'm back. And then the following Monday, I'm driving all the way into Arkansas. So yes, the day job is definitely drilling into my time to make videos, which is starting to annoy me a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get over that. But I wanted you to know that's kind of why the release schedule has been kind of sketchy. Hopefully when this project is done, I'll be back on a normal release schedule for you guys, and we can get them cranking out like we always do. And I have been trying to respond to emails. I know that during the week it's kind of difficult because I'm obviously working, and I get up in the morning and I come back and go to sleep and I don't get a chance. But yes, it is definitely a lot of work, that's for sure. One other thing I want to let you know, YouTube in their infinite wisdom gave the demonetization ban stick to the Burna video, the TCR video we just did, because apparently it's, again, wait for it, firearms content. Now guys, listen, one quick address and then we're going to crack this open. These are not firearms. Nothing up here is a firearm. Nothing I ever have on this entire channel is a firearm. YouTube, listen closely. Nothing on any website, including my own personal website, which is Alternate Arms Self-Defense, or certainly not Amazon, or any of the other YouTubers that I reference, have firearms. None of us have firearms content. Let that sink in for a second, YouTube reviewers. There are no firearms on this channel. All right? Are we clear on that? Probably not, because I see another demonetization stick coming for this box. But we'll see. Guys, you know what this is. But look, sealed. Sealed. I have not seen the retail box. The first Paradigm PTX we saw, David flew down here with his partners so that we could go out to the range and fire it. That was kind of their prototype, the one that they were taking around to shows to show people. So I've never actually seen one in the wild. And believe it or not, they've already made a couple of updates to these since their initial release. We'll go over that. Today is an unboxing video. I haven't done one of those in a while. Let's crack this thing open. And I want to be super gentle, guys, because honestly, I've never seen this. We got Stumpy is running. Hi, Stumpy. Let's make sure. Yep, there we go. Stumpy is looking at everything there. Crack it open this side. Oh, I love new boxes. All right, here we go. All right, so as you can see, Stumpy's getting a view that, you know what's weird, guys? This launcher looks so much bigger in pictures and on videos than it actually is. This one does too. So let's get this out of here and look at this box. That is my first look at the new system. All right. Ooh, man, okay, all right. It does have some weight to it, not gonna lie. What else we got in here? We got, oh, those look like the grips. So those are interchangeable. Anything else in this box? Nope, that's it. All right, set that down. Now, I know I had seen on the pictures that those grips could be changed to different colors, so that was not expected in this box. Done with that. All right, guys, let's crack this open. Here we go. All right, check out the packaging, guys. All right, so right off the bat, this is really cool, guys. This is handwritten. So do you remember when I told you that these things are, in my opinion, absolute works of art? Well, they really are. And as you can see, each one of these is serial numbered, and they are signed by David, what? Build Technician. Build Technician, David? Really? Guys, David Williams is the brains. He is the mega mind behind these things. So, yeah. But, and as you can see, the velocity has been set on a 3-gram projectile to 350 feet per second. But we'll talk about that here in a second, too. All right. In the box, you also get a couple of these little, looks like, oh, that's the fittings for the pens that go through. And that is the Allen key. As well as a Paradigm, it looks like a It is the instruction manual, and you actually would scan the QR code to get the instructions and the install. That's actually pretty cool. And guys, listen, I am going to be doing a whole series of instructional videos about this launcher. And there's a reason. This is not like an HTP 50 where you're going to pull it out of the box and go pop and you're ready to go. You need to know your launcher a little bit, especially when you're dealing with pre-charged pneumatic cylinders or anything like that. You just kind of need to know your launcher. But let's get this thing out and take a look at it. Oh, I got the red handle. Okay, these are the black grips. I think I'm going to leave the red grips. What do you guys think? Check this thing out, guys. So this is the Paradigm PTX Bullpup. Now, this magazine, incidentally, is interchangeable with the magazine from the Overwatch, and consequently, it is interchangeable with all of the Karmatech SART 12s and their paintball version of this. That is important for another reason, which we will discuss here in just a second. But as you can see, this one does come with the bottle, which is very empty. You must ship them empty. And let's see what else we got on here. Man, God, I love the weight on these things. I just love the feel, the weight, and the look on these things. So, taking a look at it, you've got M-LOK rails along the side. You've got a massive Picatinny rail on this thing. Now, guys, if we're going to go for some range shooting on this, which we are, initially, you guys know the first thing I'm going to do is destroy Scully with this. So it just has to be done. But we are going to be doing some range firing, and we're going to be doing it with the stock barrel that's on this because they are interchangeable. But when we do it, we are probably going to use this Karmatech scope. Now, and we went over this before, guys. I showed you that Karmatech scope. It has got the coolest little targeting mechanism on it where you look through and you've got these little circles, right? And the concept is, depending on the distance of your target, you align the circle with the head of your target and you find the size that fits the head. Then you move that down to the chest, pull the trigger, you hit. You hit, you hit, you hit, you hit, you hit. You guys have seen that video. In fact, for some of you guys that have not seen the videos where we're shooting these, I will throw a link up here for you so you can check them out. But back to it. As you can see, these are color changeable. In other words, you can get the different grip colors on these to change that out. I believe you can actually get different side colors. I'll have to check with David on that. I'm not 100% certain. But the one thing I do want to show you, the magazine that comes with these, and this is actually kind of very, very important, is it's designed specifically for the VXR rounds. Now, I want to show you the VXR rounds. Hold on one second. All right, so these are the VXR rounds. Now, they are shaped rounds, as you can see. Now, these are the inerts, okay? What's cool about these is, as you can see, they kind of have like a rifling effect around the side, and they're hollow on the bottom. That's important because the barrel on these is actually rifled. That's what's going to give you that accuracy at range, which is so cool on these things. These magazines are designed to fire the VXR rounds, which means if you're using something other than a VXR round, like say a knockoff burner round or something like that, it can cause feed issues in this. But this is a limitation only of this magazine. They are designed specifically for this type of round, and maybe something in the future, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, but the other magazines that they actually have will fire pretty much anything you put into them. So if you want to fire round balls, you want to fire the Grimberg Jewels, whatever else you want to fire, that's the magazine that you're going to want to use for those. But for this one, comes by default with these VXR, designed to fire the VXR rounds, which is actually really cool. Honestly, guys, once you fire, and to give you an example, this is the pepper round of those. Let me take a look at this, Stumpy. There you go. And as you guys can see, by the way, that is a heavy round. That thing is, hang on, I got to tell you this because I want to know myself. That weighs in at 8.5 grams. An 8.5 gram round. Now, just imagine that thing coming at you at 350 feet per second. That's brutal. It really is. So the VXR rounds, that's what it is actually designed to fire. That's actually kind of cool. When we do, and I've got another one of the magazines coming in because the next video we're going to do with this is going to be what I like to call a bad day in Scully land. Yeah, for sure. But when that one comes in, we're going to actually fire the VXR rounds because they're great. By the way, I will have some links for these down in the description for you. And I have another company that sent me out some VXR rounds also that are actually out of Hawaii. So I want to try to filter in some of their rounds also for the testing purposes. The other cool thing about this is when the other magazine comes in, we're going to do a stack. And I mean a stack. I'm going to do like the generic pepper round, and I'm going to do a burner round, and I'm going to do a Grimper Jewel, and I'm just going to line them all up inside this thing and make sure that it fires every single round out to make sure that if you guys are going to use that mag, that's what it's good for. Now, for home defense, they do make a kinetic version of this, and if the pepper round is 8.5 grams, yeah, you could do your own math on that one. But all right, as you can see, it does come with its own bottle here. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to drop the magazine. There's a button on the bottom right here. Push that button to drop the mag. By the way, this is your pressure engage and pressure release. Now, this is something that the Overwatch doesn't have. On the Overwatch, you twist this in order to engage and disengage it. Whereas this one, you actually have a click to engage and disengage that, which is really, really nice, all right? Now, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is to remove your barrel. Now, the reason we're gonna remove the barrel is because we're going to remove the air chamber here, okay? So, to remove the barrel, simply grab, and it is threaded. Unthread the barrel. And as you guys can see, it is guys, once again, they make all of their own parts. These are not off the shelf, which is really, really cool. Okay, from here, you're going to twist the cylinder off. As you can see, it comes right off there. All right, twist it down. And as you guys can see, I've actually got the gauge at the bottom there. Okay, so when we pull this out, once it's all the way threaded out, the gauge is at the bottom, the whole thing will just slide right out, just like that. Now that is, and I've wanted to know this for a while, this is I thought it was a 13 cubic inch, and it is not marked on here. So, Paradigm, David, do me a favor. If you happen to be in the chat, let me know what size bottle that is. I think it's a 13 cubic inch. I'm almost 100% sure of that, but I want to make absolutely sure before I put foot in mouth. So, 13 cubic inch bottle. Now, there are a couple of ways you can fill this, guys. One of the ways you can do it, you're going to laugh. They do have what looks like a bicycle pump. Once you pump it up, you can connect it to this, and you can pump to fill this up to, and you guys can see that it is capable of holding 4,000 pounds of pressure. That's a lot of pressure, but you can use one of those. There are also very inexpensive compressors you can get to fill these things up. It fills them up in about 3 or 4 minutes. But the easiest way to do it is if you've got a scuba tank. You fill the scuba tank up, you get a quick connect on the scuba tank, plug it on there, it fills up in like a second. Fills it right up, turn it off. And off one scuba tank, you can get a whole lot of fills on this little tank. So that's one good option. The other thing that's nice about this is once you do fill it, since you can degas it at the launcher, you can leave this in your closet all the time, and then if you need it, you pick it up, pop that'll actually pressurize it. Now, I know what you're wondering. You're wondering if we're going to fire this today. By the way, check it out. We're going to put this back in. We're going to do it the same way. So with the gauge down toward the bottom, slide it in. As you can see, it hit right there, and then screw this on. There we go. And you want to get to the tension level you want, and then I like to get it to where it's snug, and then back it off just enough to where you can see the gauge, just like that, okay? Then our barrel threads back in here. Once again, guys, the interchangeability of this thing is one of the things that makes it as cool as it is. There we go. Thread the barrel in, and now we are ready to rock, all right? So, here's what we're gonna do. This video is specifically designed to be an unboxing. I wanted you to see what it looks like. I wanted you to get a feel for the weight on this thing. I'm guessing 8 pounds, if that. I mean, it's pretty darn light, guys. It really is. And the weight is distributed nicely. I love bullpups because the weight is right here. So while you're holding it, you can hold it in close to you, and all of your weight is nice and centralized on this thing, which is really cool. And if you can't tell me that is not one of the coolest things you've seen. I mean, seriously, I've seen a lot of launchers, guys. You guys have seen me do videos on a ton of launchers, but that is just crazy, crazy cool. We're going to have 2 series. All right. The next video, I'm sorry it's not tonight, but unfortunately, jet lag. The next video is going to be the shooting video on this one, and we are going to absolutely annihilate a Scully. The reason we're not doing the shooting video right now is because I want to get that other magazine so I can do them both at one time. And at that time, also, we're going to be introducing the other rounds from that Hawaiian company. I will get that in for you guys as well. And I think I may have found us a belly band holster. Yeah, I know you've been wanting on that for a while. So, guys, listen. Once again, this is crazy. I mean, seriously, guys, look. I mean, if you cannot tell me that that is not absolutely awesome, and I know what this thing is capable of, and I've seen this one on the range too, I want to get this out there and hit those 100, 150 yard shots. And you want me to too. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. The next video, I'm going to try to shoot tomorrow. Not going to lie to you. We have a show tomorrow. So if I'm at that show and we don't get a chance to shoot the video, I might try to do it on Sunday. But once again, I got to get up at 2 a.m. on Monday to fly out of town again. So please forgive me for the horrible shooting schedule. I am trying to keep up. I promise you. Oh, and one more thing. YouTube. There are no firearms, including this one, in this video. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye-bye.